Hi everyone, I've got this journal. This is the Steampunk journal I've been working on. These are my 3 signatures. 2 of them I have stitched them onto the feature pages. So these are the feature pages I've been working on. And there's the little tab, and I have stitched these signatures on just using a 3-hole pamphlet stitch with there's the string there on the inside, and that's the string on the outside, so that won't ever be seen, so it'll be a nice clean look on the inside. So these 2 signatures are both done, and I'm just going to finish off. This is the last signature. So what I've done is I've clipped the pages all together so that they're nice and snug. Got them in the order that I want. I've got them the way up that I want them, and I've just got one side clipped just to hold everything neatly in place. And I've made just a simple little template that's just going to give me the 3 positions for the holes. And then I've got this, I've just made another feature page. I've just made a little 1/2-inch tab on it and folded it so that you can easily open it. I haven't decorated this yet, but I want to get this off my desk. So what I'm going to do is just show you how I stitch the signatures in. So this feature page is actually larger. You can see that it's wider, and I'll just check against this. So it is definitely wider, so I need to trim that down first of all so it's the same height as my journal paper. So this is 8 and 1, 2, 8 and nearly 3/8. I'll just check on this one. So I want them all the same height. So this one is 8 1/4. So I'm going to cut this to 8 1/4 in height. Just check that I've got that right and straight. And then that's going to be the same measurement now exactly. It is. Now I've just folded it, but you can see I haven't made any space there. So what I might do is just, it's actually going to sit like that. And I don't really think I need to put any spine in there for what I'm going to do, so I won't. So let me just make sure I've got it up the right way. So this is the right way. I'm going to stitch it like that there. So I'm just going to open my clip up and get this to clip into position. So I want the stitching to be, doesn't have to be in the center, but to have enough room so that when I glue that all down, there's a room for it to grip onto the spine. So let me just fiddle with this and get that in place. So I'm just going to open my clip up and clip that on, top and bottom. And I can adjust it if needs be. So this one needs to come across a little bit. Okay, so that's sitting there ready. And then I just take a little awl. I want to poke first through the signature, so I just want to get it to sit nice and flat. Let me just fold these down, poke the centre hole through here, and then when I do that on this little tab piece, I'm just going to start with the middle hole, and then when I do the top and the bottom hole, just try and keep that same distance, just so that it sits fairly straight in the journal. So here's my next hole. Just going to poke that through there, and then on that same line around about there. And the bottom one the same. Find the middle, line it up. I'm lining this up with the line that I've drawn. So poke that through the journal, and then around about there. Okay, so they're my 3 holes. I've threaded a needle with some waxed thread. It's the same colour as the other 2, and I've made it about 2.5 times the height of my journal. So there's up 1, down, close to 3, between 2.5 and 3, just to give me the length that I want. Now, because I want the stitching to be on the inside, the same, the outside, I want the inside to be nice and clean, I'm going to start on the outside so the threads end up on the outside, and then I can glue them down to the spine. So coming in from the outside, just going to go through that hole and straight through to the middle of the journal. Like so. I'm pulling it through now, I leave enough that I can actually grab hold of it, just hook it around so it doesn't come loose. And then it doesn't matter which way you go. I'll go through the bottom hole and out, and pull that nice and tight, and then in through the top hole, and just pull the loose thread through. So you can see that's nice there, and then back out. So I'm just going to grab this again and pull it down and go back out through the top. Now, the only thing that matters here is at the moment this line, both of these ends are on the same side of the line, and I actually want to firstly pull that nice and tight, and then I want one to go either side of the line, so that's the thread in the middle. Got either side of the line, just making sure that that's all nice and tight, and then just tie that off. So right over left, left over right. And pull your needle off and just cut the threads down just a little bit. So that's it, stitched on. I'll take my clips off. So now I've got my 3 signatures. So for these 2 feature pages, this one will open at the front of the journal, the next one will open this way, and the last one I've got at the back of the journal. And I can decorate that, I can fold it whichever way I like and decorate that at a later stage. What that gives me then is, when I put these all together and sit them all square, there's my 3 little tabs with the stitching on them. And now I'm ready to measure my spine and make this journal. So I'm just going to sit them and just let them sit naturally. I don't want a journal that's a gator mouth. So if I let them sit fairly naturally and just measure that height. And I'll show you there. I need a spine that's about 2 inches would be very generous. So maybe 1 3/4 inch spine. I'll let them relax and let them come out 2 inches. I guess let's go with a 2-inch spine. So I'll just jot that down. If I can find my pen. So I need a 2-inch spine, and then the height and width of my journal, just need it to be maybe 1/8 of an inch either side. So if I make that 8.5, so high is 8.5, and the width, I want to be able to accommodate all the tabs, so which bit's sticking out the most. For the width, I want it to be, you can see here, 6 1/4, maybe 6 1/2, maybe 6 3/8. So that's what I need. So I need a front piece, a back piece, and a spine piece. So I will cut those and come back and show you how I'm going to put the cover together.